So the other part about sex is like, we just don't talk about it enough. They don't, even as young people, as children or kids, I feel like we just don't give them enough information. I worked in women's health for about 4 years in the OBGYN because I'm in healthcare and I worked in that department. And it's crazy how even many women show up and they're in their 40s and they're still learning things about their bodies, things that you think that they should know. And I think we just don't, women don't have, I think it's growing more like autonomy over their body and choices. It can go either way. So maybe, I guess it depends on, of course, individual couples, because I did think that it would get better over time. I'm trying to think, why would it the first time be, I guess both persons are really trying to like impress one another maybe that first time. Yeah. And you go all out. But there's the I come from the generation where you don't put all your cards on the table at one time. Like even with sex, they told women like, girl, don't do that right away. Do that down the line.
Okay.
So when something changed his whole life, now he's
Yeah.
Keep pulling out your best moves later on.
That's a good point, man. That's maybe that's a good point. So we will come to again the session that's called Let It Wrap, and
wrap it up.
We will let Miss Jannie B have the floor, and this is a topic segment of the show. We just let our guests kind of say whatever's on their mind and just air out whatever's off their chest. You have the floor, Mr. B.
Alrighty. I'm glad that we did talk about sex and friendship, because I think in that area, men and women do have like hugely varying views. Because when I was saying friends, you was like so resistant to like the word. And I was like, oh, he's real. And the more I even tried to explain, you were still like, eh.
A lot of men don't like the word friends. They want to make, it's almost like a property. Well, I won't even call it property. They want to, it's tough.
Nobody wants to think of themselves as just one thing.
Okay.
Correct. They want to be a part of something, to say that, hey, no one else can talk to her or him. It's territorial. It's territorial.
Okay. So you really opened my eyes there. You opened my eyes on that, and I do think it's high strung, like you said, because what maybe his intentions may come off as aggressive to some women. Mm-hmm. And a lot of men may look at it, she's not feeling me, type of thing. Right.
But it's not that I didn't like the word friends when I was growing up, because it made me feel like, all right, you just put me in this box. Okay.
It
downplays a lot of things.
Oh my goodness.
It does. It crushes a man's ego, pretty much. And
it sounds like it.
It crushes it crushes a man's ego. It does. But
right.
Hey. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. No, I learned a lot there. That I like that. I learned a lot there, and I could tell that crushes a man's ego. And now his hands are tied. Like he doesn't like. Oh, what else? I don't have nothing else. So nope. And so the other part about sex is like, we just don't talk about it enough. They don't. Even as young people, as children or kids, I feel like we just don't give them enough information. I worked in women's health for about 4 years in the OBGYN because I'm in healthcare and I worked in that department. And it's crazy how even many women show up and they're in their 40s and they're still learning things about their bodies, things that you think that they should know. And I think we just don't, women don't have, I think it's growing more like autonomy over their body and choices and just knowing what you like and don't like no one's talking to us about it. It's you see a little more now, but it's not there like it should be. And so we both have these different ideas, male and female, and then we get together and we're like clashing, but that's why we really need that communication, the communication to be vulnerable, to talk, and then be also vulnerable enough to say, you know what, I'm not good in this area, like of communication. I don't know how to talk. Or this is how I view sex. And this is how I feel about it. This is all I know. And then, be teachable and open, but be a quick learner.
Yeah, that was Jay's words.
What? It is what it is.
But that's my take on it.
So, I just want to bring a final point on the word friends.
You're stuck on this friends thing.
I'm very stuck on this friends thing because I don't want our viewers and I don't want Ms. Jannie B thinking that I don't think men and women should be friends. Okay. I feel like men and women should be friends through a lens of trying to use my words wisely. I think men and women should be friends in ways of how can we learn from each other. I think there's such a great emphasis on, in order for a man to approach a woman, it has to be a level of physical attraction. Mm-hmm. Right. And I've always said, what happens if you feel like this woman's attractive, but you don't like the way she talks on the phone? She's got a loud laugh. The way she talks to people is very disrespectful and rude. Mm-hmm. Are you going to stay with her because the way she's attracted to people? I feel like I do agree that friendships with a woman, you get to know that person within a deeper connection, as far as you get to know them as far as what they like, how they react to certain things, how they are, different things like that. But I think as far as when friendships, as far as men look at it from a perspective of, man, I'm in the friend zone. And men know that the friend zone is like a bottomless pit. It's like a bottomless pit, and very few have dug out of that pit. very few. And that's why James laughing, because he knows I'm right. He knows I'm right.
I won't say very few because I don't know what the statistics are, but but I will say from personal experience, it is very rare that I've been in a quote unquote friend zone and then anything else has come of it.
Correct. So friend, associate, homie, those are three words that question a man's ego. I'm so serious. So I think
pour one out for the homies. That's it.
Yeah, man. It's just, So I ladies, all right, gentlemen, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna go into a situation just being friends with someone with the intention of getting to know the man better, make that known. Okay. Make that apparent. Make that like, hey, look, there's nobody else in the picture right now. I'm not talking to anybody else, but I want to start off this friendship. Even if you got to lie and say, hey, I've been in bad situations, I just want to do something. Throw a BS story behind it. Make a massage our ego. Right. You know what I mean? Same thing for the fellas. Which is very rare. If you feel like you want to do something differently and really want to get to know this woman, do it the right way. If you just want to be friends with this woman with the intent of having more than friendship, then treat it that way. You know what I mean? Don't be out here, oh, she's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend. You lose focus on who you really want and who's in front of you. So that's why sometimes I don't like the word friend, because it makes us lose focus. You know what I mean? If you want this person, but you want to do something different, do it the right way.
The only part of that I will disagree on is you don't always need to massage a man's ego. Sometimes men just need to grow up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Amen.
Wait a minute.
That's the only point I'll disagree with you on, brother.
So it's okay. So I'm making this podcast longer than what it is, but so it's okay. It's okay. The fact that we've got to massage a woman's feelings. It's okay that we've got to watch.
You're immediately turning it into an us versus them thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to you, not every man deserves to have their ego massaged. Sometimes you just need to grow up. Like if a woman is doing all the right things and you just take it a certain way, there's nothing she's going to be able to do to get you out of that.
A woman can be doing all the right things, but if she's not conveying that in the proper message, it can bring mixed messages to a man. How is a man supposed to react to that?
Communication comes in. That's where all of those other things come in.
But what if she's not good at communicating?
Then
why are you expecting her to be?
Then address the communication. It's not about your ego at that point. It's about communication. If your ego is the issue, bruh, then it is your
issue. Ego's not the issue.
I'm not talking about you.
My ego is not. No. Don't put my ego out there. My ego.
I'm not talking about your ego. I'm talking about if a person's ego is the issue. Mm-hmm. Unless somebody is intentionally attacking their ego, because there are some people who do that.
Yes.
If they are not intentionally attacking your ego, then you have to do work to recognize that. Because not everybody goes into a situation trying to attack somebody's ego. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, we will take it that way. At that point, bruh, you just got that is one of the few situations where I will tell somebody, suck it up, because they didn't come at you trying to be disrespectful. They didn't come at you, and nobody knows what's going to bruise your ego. Right. Nobody knows that but you. So you can communicate to the other person, hey, yo, this was a hit to my ego. Can you not do that in the future? Mm-hmm. And then you can be good. But that's something that comes with communication. Like you said, Phil, that's a communication issue. That's not a massage my ego issue. That's a communicate with me issue.
Okay. So I will say this. Fellas, if you're looking to have a, it's not funny, Jay.
I'm wondering where this is going to go.
Fellas, if you have the intention of having something deeper with a woman and you want to do things differently, friendship with the intention of having a relationship, dating, exclusivity, do it right. Mm-hmm.
Agree.
But just know the bumps in the road and the disagreements and the miscommunications and the misunderstandings. Jay's words, not mine. Mm-hmm. Pull your big boy pants out. I'm saying get all your facts first.
You can do that too and have your big boy pants on.
I've always preached on this podcast, if there's a misunderstanding or a miscommunication, to respond with a question like, hey, what did you mean by that? Can you explain that? Mm-hmm. What are your intentions? What are your feelings? Same thing for you, ladies.
All the stuff you are talking about is just communication.
Correct.
So
now that part I will agree on that point. That part I will say to man up, fellas, to say, hey, if you feel like conversations are being skirted around, they're not being talked about, you're not getting the answers you're getting, or you feel a certain type of demeanor from this person that you feel you want more from, ask them questions. Put your big boy pants on and ask questions. Ladies, same thing. Put your big girl pants on, like Miss Jannie B said, and ask the questions. Not saying that you have a first five like Jay's gonna have, or
don't do that. Don't do that.
Or starting five. I mean, I agree.
Don't do that. I asked a question about a starting five. I didn't know I was having one. Right. Don't do that. Don't put me out here in the streets.
That's how I gotta get Jay back. That gets him back laughing again. But
disrespect is real out here. I see you.
That's how you get him back. But we really appreciate it again. As far as another great episode of Let's Rock Podcast with Miss Jannie B. The Real Jannie B is her IG. Her live talk show is the Jannie B Perspective. Go give her a follow. Listen to her content. Support her. Get into her comments, man. I'll tell you right now, a lot of the fellas are probably going to be coming to the comments asking questions about the friends because I'm sending them there.
I'm pretty sure I'm also gonna get a lot of hate from the fellas. So bring it on. Bring it on.
Time. It's about time.
I'm ready. Hit me.
It's about time. And
come at me, bro. I'm ready.
And just know, fellas, that I got y'all back. Unfortunately, Jay loves his groupies and does not.
See, stop doing that. I got no groupies. I'm just me.
You know what I mean? So if you're listening to this on YouTube, make sure you guys like and subscribe, comment. We've gotten a lot of feedback as far as what you guys want us to hear. Also, follow us on Twitter, which is Let's Rap 2, Instagram, which is Let's Rap _, and YouTube, which is Let's Rap. Really appreciate all of you guys again. Really appreciate Miss Jannie B. I know this is heavily requested. Really appreciate her taking her time out, being here with us.
Thank you.
Probably gonna have a conversation how she feels about me. She probably thinks I'm a nutcase, just like all the rest of them. All the ladies think I'm a nutcase.
Everybody
and all the fellas and all the fellas
think I'm a. All the fellas think I'm a simp, and all the ladies think Phil's a nutcase. That's what it is.
That's just how it goes around here. And so we really appreciate it. We love you guys and thank you for this journey you guys are on us with. And I'm Philosophical. I'm out.
And this is Jay Echo. Take it easy.
And I'm Jannie B of the Jannie B Perspective. Good night.